sat 2 seats away from me, but it felt like you were in my skin. 1,000 things I almost said, but I just smiled and breathed them in. You looked down, I looked away, too scared to let the moment stay. If silence spoke, it would've known how much I wished I wasn't alone. You never asked, I never told. My heart stayed quiet, soft and cold. But in my mind we touched the sky and kissed beneath the breathless eye. I almost said I loved you, almost reached into the blue. But words is all like morning light, too fragile, fading out of sight. You're the song I never played, the note that trembled and betrayed. I love you still, just out of thread, inside the things I almost said. You left and time turned soft and slow, like snowflakes falling in the glow. I wish that laugh was meant for me, but stayed a page in fantasy. I watched you leave without a clue, while holding words I meant for you. The world moved on, but I remain inside a thought I can't explain. You never knew, I never broke. The silence wrapped me like a cloak, and now your name, it haunts the breeze like petals caught in winter seas. I almost said I miss you, almost let the silence through. The fear and beauty intertwined, so I kept love beneath the line. You're the light I never named, the touch of fear alone attained. I hold you still where no one treads, inside the things I almost said. What if I'd spoken? What if you'd heard? What if love was just one word? What if I almost said forever, almost broke the never ever. But truth is fragile, soft, unsaid, and love can live in words not said. You're the dream I never write, the echo dancing out of sight. I loved you once, I always did, inside the things I almost said. Things I almost said. I walked you home like every time you told me secrets. I told you lies like I'm okay and know it's fine. When I was screaming in my mind, you smiled and talked about someone new. I smiled back like people do, but I was breaking quietly, hiding love you couldn't see. I never meant to love you wrong, but silence stayed a little too long. I almost told you on a rainy night in June, when the sky was holding back like I always did with you. I almost let it slip when your hand brushed close to mine, but almost was my only truth in every missed goodbye. called me safe, you called me kind, but never once crossed the line. And I kept hoping you'd just see that I was yours unknowingly. I gave you space, I gave you time, but lost myself between the lines of what we were and what I dreamed, a love I had never set free. I told myself just let it be, but part of me still couldn't leave. I almost told you when the world felt small and wide, when your voice lit up the dark and my heart forgot to hide. I almost leaned in close, but I knew you'd pull away, so I kept the words behind my teeth and let the silence stay. And maybe it was better you never knew the truth, because if you didn't feel it, I would have lost you too. I almost told you, but almost had to do. You were never really mine, but I still gave all of you. So now I'll leave this here, goodbye you'll never need. You'll never know how much I loved in quiet, soft and incomplete. I almost told you, but I set you free.
You looked at me like I was there, like something safe, always there. I held your words like fragile light, too scared to ask if I was right. We laughed in places I still keep. You told me dreams you never speak, and I replied with nothing true, because I only dream of you. You leaning close but not too far, like we were dancing around a star. Maybe I should've known that closeness wasn't home. We were almost something, like a thought left in midair, like a song that fades before it plays, like a seed that's always there. I held it all so quietly, afraid the truth might shatter me. And now you're gone, and I'm still haunted by almost something. I watched you love the wrong ones right, and stayed in shadows out of sight. You asked if I was ever fine. I smiled and said yeah all the time, but in between your every word was something I don't think you heard. Attention neither dared to name, still I loved you all the same. Maybe it was never real, but tell me that you didn't feel the flicker, the almost, the pull in the air, the glance too long, the weight of care. We were almost something, a breath we never got to take, a chapter paused without a page, a fire too scared to break. You held my heart like borrowed time without a clue. It once was mine, now I'm just stuck in rewind with almost something. everything. Spoken tones are memorized, like starlight written into skies. I traced your words and fade and mist, each one a breath I still resist. There was no need for you to turn, the space between began to burn. A galaxy between our hands, but still I hoped you'd understand. You never saw, you never asked. Still I wore you like a mask. I almost touched you in a look that fell away, in the words I didn't say. You were something half awake, like the hush before a break. I almost reached you, but the moment wasn't mine, so I painted you in time. You were near but high above, I almost called it love. Not everything that's hell is held. Some things are felt, then let dispel. I almost touched you, like the echo of a name, like the snow that never came. You were silent, shaped like flame, and I loved you just the same. You never saw the way I looked when you turned away to laugh. How every second near your light would echo when you'd pass. You never caught the way I stayed when the room began to clear, just holding on to little things you never meant to
to share. I was just the quiet role in the background of your lines, but you were every storyline inside this heart of mine. And I loved you before the curtain falls, in the silence, in the shadows where the biggest feelings crawl. You didn't hear the music, but I heard it through it all, and I loved you before the curtain falls. I kept the seat that no one chose, just to be close to your world, and memorized your Monday code like a secret I'd unfurl. You told your dreams to someone else, I stayed a step behind, but every version of your voice was echoing in mine. You never asked, I never said, but I lived it just the same. Some love begins where endings go and never takes your name. I loved you before the curtain falls, with a heart that stayed in silence so the moment wouldn't stall. You didn't need to see it for it to still stand tall. Yes, I loved you before the curtain falls. Maybe I was just a note that never made your song, but still I played it quietly and loved you all along. So I'll love you before the curtain falls, and let the lights go down with nothing said at all. You'll never read this ending, but I wrote it on the wall. I loved you, and that was all. You leave your words in empty earth and walk away like I'm not there. I catch the edges of your thought before the silence ties the knot. You never mean to let me in, but pieces slip beneath my skin. A glance, a breath, then nothing more. I keep them all behind the door. You never stay, you never run. You speak like clouds that block the sun, and I pretend I don't believe in all the things you don't retrieve. It always ends before it reaches me, like a wave that breaks too quietly. You almost say the things I need, but pull them back before they bleed. And every time you're close enough to let me think this might be love, you but never dares to trust the way you drift like something half designed. A name I whisper into mine, but every time the light gets near, you vanish like you were never here. It always ends before it reaches me, like songs that lose their melody. You almost turn, you almost stay, but blinking all of it decays. And I replay the might have been. In every silence you begin, you look but never really see. Before it reaches me, I hold a version no one knows, a love that never comes or goes. I built it slow in secret scenes, between the words, between the meanings. It always ends before it reaches me, but still I feel it constantly. A thread that almost finds a seam, a thought that flickers in a dream. You'll never ask, I'll never say, but still it haunts me every day. It's quiet tender tragedy before it reaches me.
You're sitting there like nothing's wrong, while I'm rewinding all night long. The words I almost let escape now hang between us like dead weight. You talk like friends, I nod along, but every smile just feels so wrong. I wish you saw the quiet ache, the line I never dared to break. The way you look, the way you lean, feels like we're stuck in between. And if I spoke, would it be too late, or would you turn before the weight, before the moment breaks, before you walk away? I'm holding every breath like a dam against the wave. If I don't speak now, I never will.
You laughed like the world was weightless, and I smiled like I wasn't sinking. You brushed my hair just accidental, but I've replayed it for weeks now thinking. You talk like we're just two people, but I hear sonnets in your breath. And every time I almost say it, I swallow hope and taste regret. You're the song I never play out loud, the name I whisper in the crowd. Almost said it when the sky turned gold, when your head leaned close in the winter cold. Almost told you in that silent stare, but fear is louder than love laid bare. So I smile, pretend we're only friends, but my heart writes your name again and again. You danced like the rain forgave you, and I stood still, afraid to move. Your eyes like maybe gave me shivers, but I blinked and lost the proof. We orbit truths we never mentioned, in a solar system of restraint. But every look's a tiny question that my silence answers faint. You're the page I never dare to turn, the fire watch but let it burn. Almost said it when the room went still, when your laughter hit like a summer thrill. Almost told you when you touched my sleeve, but I'm a poet too scared to believe. So I laugh, pretend this story ends with me as nothing more than a friend. Maybe someday you'll look my way and wonder what I meant to say. Till then I keep this truth in rhyme, a secret heart outliving time. Almost said it in 1,000 ways, but silence always takes the stage. Still I'm hoping that a quiet spark might one day speak what fills the dark. Till then I breathe and play pretend, but I'll be yours in every end. You sat 2 chairs away, not far, but miles in how untouched we are. You laughed, I caught it like a song, too quiet to sing out, too strong to be wrong. You speak in pauses, not in prose, and I respond in what I chose to leave behind. A glance, a breath, a thought half formed and left to rest. No need to name what you became. You live between the lines I take. You're between the lines I meant. Every word I never sent, every sip I didn't take, every slow unspoken ache. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, but somehow you still got in here. You were mine, but then you went and stayed between the lines I meant. I wrote your name in lowercase on napkins that I never traced. I smiled when you misread my thoughts, like you were closer than you ought. I knew you'd never break the script, but maybe once your voice had slipped, the line too soft, a tone too near, it echoed live the loudest in our quiet. You're between the lines. I've been not loud enough for discontent, but full enough to fill the space that softer hearts know how to trace. You didn't know, but maybe guessed the silence where I loved you best. Not loud on, never spent. Just here, between the lines I'm in. You laughed like the world was weightless, and I smiled like I wasn't sinking. You brushed my hand, just accidental, but I've replayed it for weeks now, thinking you talk like we're just two people, but I hear sonnets in your breath, and every time I almost say it, I swallow hope and taste regret. You're the song I never play out loud, the name I whisper in the crowd. Almost said it when the sky turned gold, when your head leaned close in the winter cold. Almost told you in that silent stare, but fear is louder than love laid bare. So I smile, pretend we're only friends, but my heart writes your name again and again. You danced like the rain forgave you, and I stood still afraid to move. Your eyes like maybe gave me shivers, but I blinked and lost the proof. We orbit truths we never mentioned in a solar system of restraint, but every look's a tiny question that my silence answers faint. You're the page I never dare to turn, the fire I watched but let it burn. Almost said it when the room went still, when your laughter hit like a summer thrill. Almost told you when you touched my sleeve, but I'm a poet too scared to believe. So I laugh, pretend this story ends with me as nothing more than a friend. Maybe someday you'll look my way and wonder what I meant to say. Till then I keep this truth in rhyme, a secret heart outliving time. Almost said it in 1,000 ways, but silence always takes the stage. Still I'm hoping that a quiet spark might one day speak what fills the dark. Till then I breathe and play pretend, but I'll be yours in every end.
we're just friends, and I nod like that's the end. But every moment near your side feels like a truth I have to hide. I hold it in my chest where all the quiet words to rest. The way you laugh, the way you shine, you're everywhere I draw the line. If I could speak, I'd flood the air, but silence is how much I care. All this love unspoken, you'd never guess I know that every look is just a glow of something vast I can't express. So I just wish you happiness. But when you walk away, a part of me still wants to stay. Just once a year your heart confess, but that's a dream I won't possess. I never asked, I never tried, but still I loved you from inside. All this love unspoken, a story never quite was woken. It lived inside my every breath, but without each day a little death. Ooh, you never knew how much it cost to hold what I have never lost. You looked ahead and I stayed broken, full of love. All this love unspoken. Maybe love's not a word, but the echo that was never heard. All this love unspoken, still it sings though left unspoken. A symphony without a start that still resounds inside my heart. You'll never ask and I won't show, but somewhere deep you might still know. I never left, I never opened, but I gave all this love unspoken. You asked me to stay a little late, said the room felt quiet like fate. I smiled, said sure, but felt the heat of something rising underneath. You poured your drink, then looked my way, just long enough to make me sway. And I could swear for half a breath you almost meant what you never said. It's not a line, it's not a game, but something soft that won't stay tame. It almost felt like us, like something real behind the hush. You leaning close and pulled away and left me caught in the delay. You didn't say a word, but still I heard enough. In that moment, it almost felt like you laughed and ran your hand through hair, and I forgot to even care that we've been friends for all this time when something deep is on the line. You stood so near and brushed my sleeve, and I forgot how not to breathe. I looked away but felt the pull of something just because. The air got thick, the room stood still, and I could swear you felt it still. You didn't speak it loud, but silence said enough. Yeah, in that moment, it almost felt like maybe someday we'll say it plain, but till then I'll hold the frame of that one time you looked at me like love was more than fantasy. It almost felt like us, like a secret we both trust. You turned away but just too slow, like part of you still wanted so. You don't have to say it, I'm not in a rush, but I know it almost felt like us.
You sat down across the room, I smelled like it was nothing new, but inside I was writing pages in the notes app I never show you. You laughed like we'd always been just two friends, no deeper spin, but my heart keeps glitching quiet every time you brush my skin. There's a version of this where I speak up, where I don't just hold my breath and bluff, but the cursor blinks like a warning sign, so I stay behind the typing line. You're the message I almost sent, hiding love in a draft again, a rhythm playing just beneath where no one else can see. You're the word that I erase before my voice can leave a trace. I keep you safe in quiet pens. You're the message I almost sent. Some nights I scroll too far through your photos, through my guard. You look like something I could hold if I wasn't scared of the unknown. I rehearse your name out loud, then delete it before it sounds like something more than just a joke. Another truth I'll never post. What if you knew the words I hide? Would it shift or break the tide? Would we crash or finally land? I keep wondering with shaking hands. You're the message I almost sent, held in silence, innocent. A secret shared with empty screens, echoing inside my dreams. You're the risk I never take, in a world I can't quite fake. Still I write you now and then. You're the message I almost sent. I see you there across the room. Your smile ignites a quiet bloom, a fire hidden inside, a storm I cannot, will not hide. My pulse is loud but words are still, a secret hunger I can't kill. Each glance you cast, it pulls me near, yet I stay silent, hold it here. If I reach for you, will you see the burning that consumes me? A shadowed flame I guard with care, a love too hot to lay bare. Beneath your gaze my heart ignites, a secret passion in the night. I'm moving shadows, slow restrained, a love inside me, unchained, unnamed. I feel it rise but I won't speak. Your touch is mine, though mine's too meek. A hidden fire, a whispered hue. Beneath your gaze I burn for you. Your every laugh, your every sigh, it pulls me in, I can't deny. The way my heart beats to your tune, a clandestine, forbidden swoon. I trace your shape in memory, a heat you'll never know from me. Yet every night it grows and stays, a secret longing, slow ablaze. If I let go, if I reveal the fire I feel, the way I feel, would it consume or turn away the love that's burning night and day? Beneath your gaze my heart ignites, a secret passion in the night. I'm moving shadows, slow restrained, a love inside me, unchained, unnamed. I feel it rise but I won't speak. Your touch is mine, though mine's too meek. A hidden fire, a whispered hue. Beneath your gaze I burn for you. Beneath your gaze my heart is true, a secret fire that burns for you. I let it grow, I let it stay, a hidden love I can't betray. I'm moving shadows, slow and near, the heat inside me crystal clear, a passion kept, a flame anew. Beneath your gaze I burn for you.
You talk about your morning plans, and I just nod along. Your coffee's cold but you're still warm, and I've been here all along. You tie your laces left and right, like it's a sacred art. And I don't say a single thing, but something stirs inside my heart. It's not a rush, it's not a race, but every time you look away, I find another little space where I could almost say, I think I'm almost saying it. When I laugh a little more, when I walk a little closer, or I hold the open door, I think it's there in how I listen, how I show up when you call. It's not a love song yet, but I'm almost saying it in all. You tell me what your dreams have been, like there's some kind of news, and I pretend I haven't thought of building one with you. You say you're scared of getting hurt. I nod like I don't know, but darling, I've been tiptoeing in feelings I don't show. You never ask, I never tell, but somehow we still find a kind of peace in parallel with nothing yet defined. I think I'm almost saying it in the way I laugh too long, in how I bring you flowers but pretend they came along. I think it's there in every silence that I leave unoverheard. It's not a love confessed, but it's living in the words. Some love begins in thunder, some in letters never sent. Mine begins in afternoons that feel like accidents. I think I'm almost saying it when I breathe the same as you, when I don't ask where we're heading, 'cause I trust the way we move. It's in the way my voice gets softer when your name is what I say. No grand reveal, no fireworks, just almost every day. I don't need you to say it back. This isn't that kind of track. I just needed one last line to leave behind what once felt right. You were never cruel to me, just blind to what you didn't see. I smiled through every quiet ache because I didn't want to break. You called me yours in every way except the one I couldn't say. So before I go quiet, let me say what I never did. I loved you in 1,000 ways, in every pause and every hint. I know we can't rewind the time, and I won't ask you to be mine, but I couldn't leave without telling you now. Before I go quiet, you'll go on and maybe miss some part of me in all of this, but you'll forget the deeper part, the one that carried all this heart. You used to say I felt like home, but never asked if I was alone. I gave you space, I played the role while keeping pieces you don't know. You saw the light, but not the cost of everything I almost lost. So before I go quiet, let me leave you with the truth. I never
before I go quiet. I watched the light fall through your hair. You didn't see me standing there. You talked about your brand new start, and I just smiled with breaking heart. You never meant to make me stay, but I could never walk away. So here I am with words untold, the softest truth I've ever known. You never asked, I never lied, but silence still took all my pride. This is all I didn't say, all the love I locked away. Every glance, every breath that you never had to guess. You were the dream I couldn't keep, the thought that followed me to sleep. I'll leave it here, no need to stay. This is all I didn't say. I still remember what you wore, the night I almost said I'm yours, but courage came a minute late and left me lost at heaven's gate. You told me I should find someone, and maybe now my time has come to let you go, to set it free. The love that never noticed me. You never looked, and that's okay, but I can't keep this anyway. This is all I didn't say, the words that never found their way. You were the calm, the sweetest day, the memory I couldn't shake. I loved you soft, I loved you slow, in ways you'll never have to know. And though you'll never hear me pray, this is all I didn't say. You'll never know how much it cost to love in silence, to be lost, but I'd still do it all the same, even knowing you'd never change. This is all I didn't say, and maybe that's the only way to leave you with a lighter heart and let my shadows fall apart. You'll never know, and that's okay. You were worth the price I paid, so I'll walk out and fade away with all I didn't say.
The city hums beneath my feet. Your shadow drifts along the street. A fleeting glance, a subtle smile. I watch you pass and linger while the neon lights paint soft and warm. A secret love in perfect form. A quiet pulse within my chest. A hidden fire I can't confess. I dream of nights we'll never share. The tender moments floating there. A whispered hope, a gentle view. Oh, Afterglow streets, I'm lost in you. I trace your steps along the lane, the soft lit streets, the gentle rain, a fleeting warmth I can't reveal, a tender love I'll always feel. The night extends, the skyline glows, the hidden fire inside me grows. I hold it close, but play my part, a private love inside my heart.
I dream of nights we'll never share, the tamer moments floating there, a whispered hope, a gentle view, a secret heart that beats for you.
Afterglow streets, I think of you, a hidden love, a quiet hue. I move in silence, slow restraint, a city night love, soft unnamed. Your light remains, it feels so near, a gentle warmth I hold sincere. Round and round, the past we knew. Afterglow streets, I'm lost in you. Afterglow streets, you stay with me, a secret love, a memory. The city hums, the lights remain, forever holding soft refrain. I move in silence,